The essence of negotiation is really to have something to do with results and at the same time to build some sort of relationship with your client or the person you're purchasing from, depending on whether you're buying or selling. It's very important that you strike this balance because there are some people in businesses who are just results orientated and there's no relationship being built, and that's a mistake. And equally, there are some people who give away far too much all the time. And mature negotiators try and get a balance between relationships and results. And that balance is achieved through a process of dialogue. So the idea, therefore, if it is about dialogue, is you've got to have something to talk about. And the most mistakes that people make in negotiation is they go into a room and there's nothing to talk about. They just think, yeah, I think it's about this, and then they talk about price far too early. In negotiation, value is added as something crosses the table. So you need to think, well, what are those things that cross the table? And those things are called tradables. And if negotiations are akin to playing cards, it's just a game. It's just a ridiculous human resource game. If it's similar to playing cards, then you need a full pack. So the definition of a tradable is something that's relatively easy for you all to give and relatively valuable to the other side. Not necessarily dead easy, but relatively easy. So, Peter, you've got the idea of purchasing a car. What could be a tradable in that transaction?
Promising them that they can do my MOT.
Yeah, some future business might well be a deal maker in this instance, correct. Kylie, on gardening, what have you got?
Yes, I could promise a gardener to recommend him to friends and family.
Yeah, what a gardener needs hugely is a lot of names. He hasn't got the names. Very hard for him to get. Very easy for you to deliver. So if I had a gardener come round, certainly I'd say, here's a list of 10 names. You give me 10 credit offer, you can have those names. Very powerful, very easy for you to give. So Kylie, on the gardening example, I'm the gardener and you're the householder. So let's try it. So I'm going to cut your grass next Tuesday morning, 9 o'clock, Kylie. So the price for that is £20.
Could you possibly do it for £15?
No, I'm sorry, I can't. Now, the problem with that is that it's a closed question. It deserves a closed answer. She's asked me we're very apologetic in the United Kingdom, especially, but culturally, up our own bottoms, really. So, our problem is we're apologetic in our language. How about, what if, are you sitting down? All these ridiculous things. My opening offer is this, but there's a much better one coming along in a minute. So it's that apology. Would you do it for 15? Well, no, I wouldn't, quite frankly. It's worth 20. So the best way to do it is to start to trade, Kylie, to try and get me to, have some one-to-one concessions. So let's try that again. So I'm the gardener coming in. So, Kylie, for next week, Tuesday morning, 9 o'clock, to do your grass is £20.
If I would give you names of 10 friends and neighbours, would you do it for 15?
Have you got 10 friends and neighbours close by?
Yes.
That'd be really useful. I'd love those names. That's fantastic. I still can't do it for £15, though. So the problem there is Kylie's starting now to get one-to-one concessions sorted out, but actually, apparently, what's mine is mine and what's hers is still negotiable, because you have to say the words a certain way around. You've got to let them play their card first and make the whole thing conditional. Otherwise, she said she can give me her friends' names, and I still haven't given her the £5. So make it conditional by converting the words around to, if you, Malcolm, then I. So, Kylie, next Wednesday, 9 o'clock, £20.
If you could do it for £15, then I can give you names of 10 friends and neighbours.
Do they need their grass doing as well? They've all got gardens, I hope.
Yes, they do.
That's great. That sounds like a deal.